Good morning, traders. It is Wednesday, July 22nd. And I am up here looking at the code, looking for code 2. And I can just tell you right now that the code is looking picture perfect this morning. Unlike yesterday, where it was a bit offset on just about every one, today it is picture perfect so far. We'll see if that continues. But on a day like today, assuming the code has some range to it today, will be a good day to free trade. I'm looking for code 2. I'll be right back. Actually, when I say I'm looking for code 2, that's not actually right. I already know the code 2 for today, which I tracked in my charting service yesterday. And everybody that belongs to my charting service knows the code 2 for today. And everybody, that belongs to it, which there's a lot of people now. I believe I just hit 70 members, 70 subscribers to my charting service, which is actually a new record for me personally and in business. I've never had 70 before. Not in this business. I had like 120, I think it was, in between my two stock websites. Over 10 years ago, like 12 years ago, I had like 120 people signed up between my Day Traders R Us, and my Gapping Stocks R Us websites. But this is a personal record for me on this particular business with the futures and with trading oil, which is by far the best thing that I have ever seen. That's why I'm still in the oil market business, to trade oil and to teach people to trade oil. If there was something better, I would teach people to do that. I've taught the E-mini, I've taught gold. They both trade exactly by the same code. But I don't trade gold and I don't trade the E-mini. I trade oil because it's the best. It is absolutely 100% the best, especially when you've got code 2. Now I'm going to take code 2 this morning and go for, it's been real tight lately. But it depends what it does. If it really starts to drop out, I'll go for more. Otherwise, I'm just going to go for, depending upon my entry, 50 ticks today. Just so that I can increase the math up to close to 100% for that trade, assuming my entry is right. I'll increase the math close to 100%, which is what I want to do. Just take a successful trade. As the code opens up, I'll open up with my exits appropriately. The charting service tracks that every day. I'll know exactly when to start opening up. Okay, I am going to take the code 2 trade this morning and go for 50 ticks instead of 100. But I might open up. If it starts to drop down, I might open up and go for more. It just depends on how much it's moving. I'll be back shortly to take an entry. Okay, I have just taken a short position. This should be and I'm going for a code 2 trade here. This is the code 2. I'm going to put the exit at 50 ticks. But for right now, let me calculate my stop. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my stop at 16. That puts it at 11 ticks. 11 tick stop. It's popping up a little bit here on me. But that is where my stop is. I always play with the stop, always play with a tight stop. The code will tell you exactly where to place your stop. Always. It's one thing that's so nice about the code. It always tells you. Gives you feedback constantly on what you need to do, and if it's no good, where you need to be out, etc. Okay, I'm going to come right back. Yeah, it looks like it's offset. I should have waited for the offset. It really looked like it was going to drop, so I jumped in. Okay, I'll come right back. Okay, it's heading down here now. Looks like it's getting ready to drop. There it goes. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is the code 2. Let me go ahead and adjust the exit to, let me watch it for a little bit. I mean, I've got plenty of leadway here. I can always exit manually anytime I want. Let me just watch it for a little while. What I want to do is I want to see how slippery it feels. If you were looking at the daily chart right now, you'd see we have just made a new bottom on the daily chart. A new bottom with respect. Hold on a second. A new bottom with respect to where it's currently been over the last few months. It's getting close to making a whole new bottom since the last, years, 8 years or something, 7 years, yeah, whatever it's been. Yeah, 7 years or so. 7 years, it's getting ready to make a new bottom since it's done that for quite a long time. So, this thing could get real slippery here. Real slippery. Let me take a look at it now. Looking at the code. Okay, yeah. I mean, we've got, code 2 is pretty much going to be intact here. For a short entry off code 2, daily looks perfect. The code looks very good. Code 2 looks very good. The code 1 actually looks very good today. There's only one that's offset. It's offset by 2. There's only one of them. And, I'm just wondering whether I should go for my 100-tick exit on this one. It looks pretty good right now to go for it. I'm going to watch it for a little bit longer, and I'll make a judgment call. But I should be able to get at least 50. That's no problem. If this is the code 2, which it should be, I should get 50 like in the bag. It should be 100%, especially since as much as it's moving right now. Absolutely. But I may want to go for 100 on this one. If you're looking at the daily right now, you'd see what I'm talking about. Here, I'll pull it up. Okay, there's the daily chart. Now you see what the daily looks like. Let's zoom out a little bit. Alright, this is a daily chart. Here's the bottom over here. These two bottoms that it made. It's going below these two bottoms and making a new low off the daily itself. Came down, bottomed right there back in January. And then bottomed again, double bottomed in March. Now it's coming back down and going to break below those two bottoms with a straight red bar going down on the daily. So, right, and we took a short position off code 2 to go short. So this thing could just be getting started. I'm sure it's been really shallow the last few days, but this isn't any ordinary day if it breaking below these two bottoms over here. This thing could really get started. So I'm just watching it now to see what it's going to do and giving it a chance to go. I'm not going to think, oh, I should get out here. What if it bounces? No. I'm just thinking, is this a mathematical chance to go for it today? Yes or no? And I would have to come up in my mind and say, yes, this is a special day where the type of thing where you go for it. If you have to take a position right now, it's risky, because it could bounce back up on you anytime. But if you're already short, and especially short off of a code 2, and you're in this position, you find yourself in this position where it's about to break below these two lows on a daily chart, that's the kind of day where you want to just roll the dice and see if you can't. And you're going to hit more than just, what you normally would. You have a pretty good mathematical chance right here of hitting something big. I could even go for quite a bit more than just 100. I could go for 200, 300, 500. I tell in my daily, in my charting service, I have said, and within there many times now, that this right here was not the low. It would go lower. I can tell that using the code. And then it bounced all the way back up to here, making it look like, that these were the lows. and people were calling them to be the lows. But I have maintained that it's not the low, and that it will go lower. Well, it's getting ready to go lower now. And how low it will go, I can't say. I can only tell by the code that those aren't the lows. When the lows do come, I'll be able to tell using the code, and we'll announce it in my charting service. Anyway, I am short using code 2. I would say today would be a good day to go for 100 ticks. So right now, I'm going to plan on going for it. But let me do a few calculations and see where we are currently at mathematically. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, we haven't even really started yet. The thing is, here's the thing. We haven't even started yet mathematically on the code 2. I mean, it's like this. There is definitely going to go further down. And look, if it definitely goes further down, then it's going to break below that low right there. It's already broken below that one. It went down, I think. But it'll break below that low. That means it'll make a whole new low. One thing that's nice about oil is that it obeys it to a much higher level. It obeys the laws of trading. In other words, if it breaks through support like that, it'll take off and go down. It does that all the time. That's one of the beautiful things about this thing that I love. And so if it breaks below, there's a good chance it's going to go down. I'm not saying that it will. I'm just saying mathematically there's a good chance it'll go down. Just like it would in normal trading. Just like that. They got it simulated pretty good. It's not filled with all these tricks like that. I mean, it is to a certain level, but on a broader, bigger level, if you know what you're doing, it absolutely obeys those laws. So there's a very high chance this thing is going to take off, especially since we're in a code 2 anyway. I mean, if you didn't know it was making a new low, still, it's got the code 2. By the way, we've got a code 1 short entry. So anyway, mathematics are good on my side this morning, really big. I'm going to see if I can't hit a bigger trade. I'll be back. But don't let anybody fool you, my friends. There's nothing better than oil to trade, and there's nothing better than using the codes, especially code 2. Don't let anybody out there fool you, because there's people who do want to fool you, and they're trying really hard every day to fool you. That's the funny part, is they try really hard every day to fool you that this is not real. Wonder why somebody would go to such efforts to do that. What you are saying is all real. And I'm going to show it to you every day so that it can sink in to your mind that it is real. And you can finally open up your eyes and say, wow. Because guess what? That's what you should be saying. Wow. Every day, I'll be here. I'll be back. By the way, all my charting subscribers taking this trade right with me. Got the same signal I got. In with me right now, short. Knowing what to go for. I told them to go for 50 or more. I think today could be good for more than 50, so we're going to see. I'll be back. Now, just imagine you were such a good trader, you could just take one trade, and make 50 or 100 ticks. And do that, almost every day. Not every day, but almost. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? Pretty nice. All you gotta do is learn the codes, come into my charting service, have me track the code 2 for you. You hit this trade just like I'm hitting it right now, just like I hit it yesterday and the day before. When I'm tracking it, you can hit it almost every day. And everybody that's taking in my charting service is hitting it with me. I'll be back. By the way, the news is going to come out soon.